Oh my God, I'm so ready for this right now. So
Yeah,
you were saying,
I was saying that it's happened to me several times, like you, I'm sure, where you have a few companies that want to play test the same game.
oh, that
And
never happens to me.
yes, it does. It does. It does. And and what's
Is it
funny
happening
is
right now?
I can't tell you that, but I'm sure by my reaction. Um, but anyway, so the thing is other inventors and new inventors that I've coached and that we've had have asked, like, what do I do when more than one company wants to play test my game? And do I let them know the
You
first
make another
company?
prototype.
Well, I know, and you send it out, and you want to get it out to as many people. And what's great is the print and plays. I love print and plays because you can have like lots of people playing your game.
Those are actually my least favorite.
Well, they're not as good of a prototype,
Yeah,
but for
and I think it
people that you
matters.
don't know how serious they are, and maybe you never worked with them, it might be a good option. I think
Yeah, and it saves you some money. And I think like you can just evaporate money like that.
you can because it costs so much to print. But I
Every
think,
time we make the prototype for the game that we're excited about right now,
yeah,
it's $100. Parts, materials, printing. Yeah.
yeah. Oh gosh, I didn't realize
So
it was that much.
whatever. Like
but
that's
but the
nothing for a prototype. You know how many inventors are like, I spent $500, and I'm like,
Yeah, that's too much.
you know,
That's a lot of
and I'm
money.
like, is it electronic? Because then you're not probably spending enough.
Right,
Like,
right, right,
but oh
right.
my God, if more than one company wants to play test your game, you do a little happy dance.
Yes, yes. You like if you're like me, you write it on your log of who has play testing.
You go to the whiteboard and you say, doop, 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 you
Right,
know,
right, right. Send it
you
out.
make
Send it
another
out.
prototype and you
Right.
send it out. Because here's the thing, I think that there's a clear delineation that inventor relations people have,
Mhm.
and it's a known fact.
Yeah.
If they option your game, if they sign a little document and give you some money so you don't show it to anyone else,
Yeah.
right? That's a thing that they can do. That's a
Right.
trigger that they can pull.
Yes, they can. And they know that.
The
They know that. Yeah.
opposite of that, if that exists, then the opposite of that exists, which is they didn't option your game and they have to acknowledge you're showing it to lots of people, right? We all agree we're showing it to lots of people.
Right, right,
If
exactly.
you're showing it to one company and then waiting for a reply and one
Oh
company
yeah.
waiting for a
You
reply,
can't do that.
some of these companies, right? Let's be honest. 3 months could be never.
Could be never. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, you'll never get that thing licensed, or at least not in this century. But you show it to
No.
lots of people, and people are
Mhm.
interested, and the energy is right.
Right,
It
right.
just feels like the game is in its moment. And then this company
Hmm.
says, "I want to play test it. I'm gonna stick a shipping label on it, and whoop, and I'm
Boom.
gonna
Right.
hit print on another prototype."
And you're going to keep pitching it. You're going to keep pitching
Yes,
it
yes.
the whole time, and then keep following up with them, then following up with the next company that's play testing
Yeah.
it because, and that's happened to me. I've had a couple prototypes out, and I've had to let the other company know, hey, just want to let you know that this is no longer available. Can you please send it back? And
Yeah.
they had it for long
Well,
enough time to decide.
the first person I send it to, I don't tell them they're the first.
Hmm.
But the second person I send it to, I say other companies, and I don't name the companies,
Yeah.
also have a prototype they're play testing.
Okay.
Right?
So you tell. Okay.
Yeah. You know why?
Do
It
you think it
creates
sense that
urgency.
urgency? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And they're like, not some of these people are like it's like part of their game collection. They're like, I'm gonna get to that. And
Yeah.
their worlds are so busy that it's sitting there for a month.
Hmm. Right, right. Well, and that's why I think it's important to ask when they need it by and when they can ship it back by and give a dates. Because a lot of
Yeah.
times I'm like, I know I need this for this. And if it's like before a show or something big coming up, I'll be like, okay, you can have it, but I need it by this. And then they know, like, oh, then everyone's going to see it then. Right.
Yep.
Like, yeah, I'm
Yep.
still doing meetings right now off season, right? But everyone's going to see it then. So
Totally.
kind
Totally.
of, yeah.
And and that's the other acknowledgement, right? These inventor relations people are going to shows.
Yeah.
It's not like they think you're only stopping by their table. you know?
Right.
So yeah, you could send it to more than one person and you could be like, okay, that's cool. We're doing this and I'm sending it to you. And just so you know, there's more than one prototype out there.
Yeah,
I think that's 100% important to be like, yeah, that's a thing. That's like
right.
send it out, play test it with a bunch of people.
Oh, for
You know, like
sure.
even if they don't license it, get their feedback.
Oh, 100%, because that's going to help you in your next pitch. And then maybe it might help you critique your rules, like maybe something wasn't clear enough,
Oh my god.
or you need to change the game board so it's more obvious, or who knows what it is. But yeah, it's going to help in some way or form. Yeah. So the moral of the story is let as many people play test your game as possible, or as many prototypes as you can make or afford to make, right? And get out there. But also too, I like to set time frames so people just don't have something indefinitely and then it's hard to get it back,
Yeah.
and
How long do you think? 3 months?
no.
3 weeks?
3 weeks is good. Now, I will say if 2 weeks would be more ideal of a turnaround, but it depends on when they're meeting. So if they're not going to meet for 2 weeks, then why should I send it yet? Right? I might have an opportunity.
Yeah,
I
in
don't
the
know.
meantime.
Yeah, yeah. And I like to have one with me to like show pieces and parts up close on the screen like this. My videos are good, the pitch checks are good, but sometimes I don't know. It's just nice to hold something up
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, when you're talking about it.
Yeah, so I
I'm,
try to have one with me and then one I'm sending out, but sometimes I have to send both out. And then I'll like have some pieces so I can just show pieces, if that makes
yeah.
sense. I don't
And then
need
a
to
little
show
bit
the
of
whole
anxiety
thing.
because all the prototypes are out.
But then like when they're coming back in and so they love it, you're like, yeah, we'll get one, we'll get a new sample put together because we will.
Yeah.
We can
Yeah.
make it happen
Yeah. So
for sure.
I'm 30 days.
You're 30 days. Okay.
Yeah. And oftentimes if they're excited about it,
Yeah.
I will just ship it
Yeah.
because my world gets a little chaotic. And if I have to time it out where it's like, okay, 7 days from now, you're going to ship that prototype, don't forget, like,
Yeah, that's true. And it's nice to just know it got there too. And depending on where you're sending it, it could take way longer, to send it. And then what's neat is once people play your prototype, sometime when they're really interested, they'll start like making a little bit more new content for it, or like try having their department make a new sample, like the
yeah,
next level up before they
yeah.
decide, right? So that they have that prototype to like use as a reference to do
Um,
that.
my favorite thing is when you get a company. So it's not my favorite thing, but a good benefit of when they say no, and
Mhm.
it happens, guys. Like there's a lot of no's.
Yeah.
Is when they'll say, but the game department or so and so wanted us to pass this along, you know, do what you want with it, but we think there might be blah blah blah, like a suggestion.
Yeah.
And when the no comes with like, we think there's an opportunity for improvement, my favorite
Hmm.
thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it A softens the no, but B, it gives you hope like, well, they were excited enough about it to like,
Right. Right.
they played it because they've got a suggestion.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And what's tricky and good at the same time, like your favorite part, but like, is when they say, we love this, we want to play it and buy it, but we don't feel like it
It's
fits
right
their
for the company.
strategy. Yeah. Like right for the company, their strategy, or we realized we have too many of this games in this category we're already going to do for this year. So this one is going to be a no. About let us know when it's out because we want to buy it. You're like, okay, well, at least they want to play it. They like
At least
it.
it's a good game.
Right,
Right?
right. Yeah.
But
For
I say, if you have the money, the time, and the ability,
Yeah.
any company who's interested, why would you say, I'm sorry, another company has that prototype right now, I'm gonna have to get back to you? They're gonna move on.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you what? You lost the opportunity for a license because you were courteous to. Nope. In this situation, I don't feel like anyone owes anyone anything. The company that has the prototype doesn't owe
Mhm.
you a yes.
Right.
And
Right.
you will regret not sending a prototype to the other company if you get a no from that company.
100%. And sending the prototype is, yeah, that next step. But I know when I was first starting out, I thought like if someone wanted a prototype,
Yeah.
that this was like a done deal. So not true, as much as I would love it to be, right? But so not true. And so I have got sent out so many prototypes and received them back, right? And somebody out with multiple people playtesting. Like you can have like 5 different companies playtesting, and and it just
Yeah.
didn't make the mark, sometimes. That Yeah, so we got to send them out. We just have to
Send
send them
them
out as
out.
part of.
They aren't doing any good on your shelf or my
No.
shelf. And we don't want to make a game collection of our own games.
Right.
So send them out.
Send
That's
them out.
over there, right
Send
there.
them out. Yeah, good stuff. All right, talk to you later.
All right,
Bye.
bye.